everything I said I was going to do for day 1, I did. So if you watch any of my videos, all the mistakes I said don't do, all the things I said you should do, well, here is day 1, and I'm gonna show you my progress throughout my day 1 experience in Etheria Restart. So let's get into it, alright? So first, that's a quick little account progression. I have pulled every single unit in the game except Mio, because she is dodging me left and right. I don't think I'm going to go and pull for her anymore, because there is no reason for me to go into the permanent banner just to try my luck on her when she can be a rate up banner in the future, and I'll just snag her from there. Yeah? So I'm just gonna leave it as that. I'm gonna just accept the fact I'm never gonna get Mio from the permanent banner, and just leave it at that. Maybe day 14 when we get the SSR, there is a chance I could get her. Maybe then I'll be lucky. But I'm not putting my hopes up. Okay? Besides that, here's where I am. Alright? If you have played the game exactly like how I said, where you don't use any of your stamina pots and you just, max refresh only, this is the maximum you're going to get, level 17. Now, I'm from the global server, so this may vary, but my reset's not happened yet. So this is as far as you can go for day 1. Okay? Now, what did I do different than what I did in the beta? Number 1, the first thing I did different was very simply, where is the challenge? There it is that I made sure I got myself I did all of this. All my shells. Okay? I made sure I cleared everything that I could, whenever I had to do it for the hyperlink charter. The GP outpost cleared everything all the way up to its maximum difficulty. Now, odd is a little bit harder for me because of especially for this reason, and I'll get to it very shortly. But you can see my threshold, I am at hard 3, and I'm about to start hard 1 and see if I can push up to hard 3. And the reason why I'm not pushing Doki so hard is because I'm farming Terramaton for those DPS sets. Okay, I just want the DPS set, and I'm just using whatever speed I get from here to put on my initiators, and that's about it. You also drop a lot more experience points on your units. You do Terramaton, so I'm also pseudo leveling up my units this way. And as you can see, my Lien's already 6-star. This is the Giga hack that I never did in the beta, where I just towered and just went super focused into one main DPS, and then let that carry me throughout while I slowly build up my units through farming and stuff like that. So I use Lien primarily, and that's why my blue stages are a little bit iffy. Because I'm using her as my main DPS. Okay, you can see that I'm slowly improving here. I'm doing everything I said I told you guys to do. Okay, so I'm not just someone to say do A and then I do B. Maybe your progression will be a little bit lesser because of I'm a will and you're a free to play, but the logic still stands. You can see I'm here, they're all level 9. I don't go past level 9 unless it asks me to, but the hyperlink shutter hasn't asked me to do that. I'm not gonna do it. Okay, I am saving my gold. Okay, that is very important. Next, my prowess. You can see that I'm pushing this up because you need to do it in hyperlink charter anyway, and I want the speed. Okay, so eventually I'm gonna get these, and then I'm gonna push this up. Then we have Lily. Okay, I just have her on some speed gear just so that she can move first. And I'm using Lily quite often. I never had to play with Lily in the beta. I got her, so I'm using her to the fullest. And she is a very good unit anyway. And because I am in the EWS, I have to think about units that overlaps PvE and PvP, because I need to make sure that I have my units right. Okay, I can't just be building pure PvE and then go into the EWS without any PvP units. So I'm just building up my Lily. I'm building up, my DPSs. We have Hellkit. Okay, I've got him to 5-star because I use him a bit as well. We got Beyontin. Okay, and I got it 5-star as well. But my main focus here will be these two. Okay, will be these two, Sanya and Gray. These two are my SSRs that I'm heavily focusing on. And why is that? Because with Gray, he is going to be my main green damage dealer, and he does defense break and stuff like that. As you can see, I've already maxed out his S2 and S3 because I learned this through the beta that this is very important for Gray, so I just tunnel visioned into it. This is super important. Okay, I'm just putting on some onslaught gears on him. What was that? That was a weird ass change. Okay, a little bit of a bug out over there. The game was just frozen for some odd reason. But anyway, I was saying, the Sanya and Gray are my two SR that I'm really focusing on, alongside with Marvel and Kraken. Okay, because these two can help me progress in PvE and PvP, in the early game at least. So I am focusing on them. But eventually I'm going to start leveling up, you know, units like Linglor, Freya, Messiah, and Heinrich. Okay? All of these units are eventually going to be on my bucket list, but for now, what I want to do is really focus this first 5 to 7 days, tunnel into PvE, push as far as I can, and then slowly backload all of the leveling up through farming with a 4-man, and then putting in a 1-man in there just so I can, you know, passively farm up their experience points. Okay, you can see I'm already doing that a little bit with Heinrich. I'm doing that a little bit with Messiah. Every time I'm able to do a 3-man or a 4-man, I'm putting in a random slot, right? I'm putting them in there just to, you know, purely farm. In Epic 7, we called it dog walking, but this is what I'm doing, okay? Besides that, you will see that maximum you can go is level 17, okay? Don't use your stamina pots. You can get a lot of them from your union as well. Okay, we are still missing 3 members because they were busy re-rolling yesterday. But you get a whole bunch of them here. You know, you get 80 here, you get 1 here. When you clear the boss, when you clear the anchor recon, you also get it in your chest, which is at the end here. You will get 1 of this, right? I'm not really trying here, so don't judge me. It's PvE content. I don't do PvE. Okay. Union shop. Most importantly, do not buy anything that isn't an anima prototype and it's not a perfect Lattice. Okay, focus on these two first because you're going to need the summons and you're going to need all the fragments you can get wherever you can get. Alright, and the other tip that I want to give is because if you notice that in the shop, if we go back into the shop, where is the shop? Here it is. Okay, if we go into the arena shop, you can see that your arena ends in 3 days. Okay, because it ends in 3 days, I would, if you really want to get, you know, the evolution Lattice and the perfect Lattices, I would, you know, recommend you spend a little bit of gems just for this one time, because we are starting a little later into the week. So doing that to ensure that you get a perfect Lattice and evolution Lattice is honestly my advice. Even if you are free to play, just spend that little bit of gems, just get this, okay? And how you do that is very simply, you go to your arena realm, and all you really have to do here is, if we go into the challenge, just challenge the last boss, just challenge the last guy, the last 2 guys, whichever you feel like you're up to scratch with, because as long as you win, you get more of the currency. And at the end of the day, what you're really farming here are the rewards in here, because this is where you will drop most of your stuff for the first time, at least. Okay? Do that. What did I do? So I have a pretty good success rate with my battle record, and that's also because of my 6-star Lian. But guys, that's mostly it. You can see that the day 1 progression is very, very linear. Do everything that your hyperlink charter tells you to do. Okay, you can see I'm about to get this done. Then I will get all of this already, and I'm already at trial 3. I'm about to go to expert 1, which is good. With the Lian as well, this is level lock. This I will get this day, then I'll get to do this, and then I'll clear this as well, and I'll get myself another perfect Lattice. Alright, so make sure you're doing your hyperlink charter. Okay? Eventually all of this will clear. And if you ever get stuck, always come in here to look at it. Alright, you can see this is level 20, right? Karuru. I haven't unlocked that yet. Level 18 you unlock Karuru. Right? But Karuru will be easy for me because why? I tunneled everything into Lian. Alright? Lian is very good. Don't cope and say Lian shit. Alright, the game gave it to you for a reason. Use it. But besides that, hopefully you enjoy, you know, this raw cut day one progression overview of what your account should look like in day one if you followed everything I said. Don't spend your stamina pots. Only max refresh your gems for now. Clear up all the content so that, you know, you can save your gems because you're gonna get so many summons. Summon accordingly. Don't spend your target banner until you are, you know, at day 14 and you get your guaranteed SSR. Don't do that. Alright? Besides that, hopefully I'll see you in day 2. And I'm going to be streaming this live on Abstract. And tomorrow, I will show you what my progression is like. Besides that, catch you in the next one.